English Language Learners Day by Day, Kindergarten through 6th Grade, A Complete Guide to Literacy, Content Area, and Language Instruction by Christine M. Celic. Today we're going to discuss Chapter 4, which is Integrating Literacy and Content Area Instruction. Christine Celic's book is definitely a complete guide to literacy, content, and language instruction, but before talking about Chapter 4's topic, I want to show you examples of Celic's suggestions from Chapters 1 through 3 that would benefit English language learners. Classroom setup should have a classroom library, work areas, and seating arrangements that allow for collaboration and interaction with peers and teachers. Teachers should get to know their students by learning their native language, country of origin, English proficiency levels in reading, writing, and math. For classroom management, Celic suggests that teachers post daily schedules and practice classroom routines such as handing in homework. Teachers should develop a system of accountability. In this classroom, school rules have been discussed and are on display. This classroom uses CAFE and Daily 5, so the agreed upon behaviors for literacy are on display the entire school year. Schedule for the literacy component of the day is also on display. Where students hand in their schoolwork is used every morning. Students are able to work in teams or small groups or whole group for instructions. Listening to an auditory text is especially supportive for ELL students. Classroom structure is to produce an anxiety-free environment because students will know what to expect. In this kind of safe environment, Celic suggests teachers integrate the content areas and literacy. She starts by citing the benefits. Number 1, it increases the English language learners' content area knowledge. It increases their reading and writing skills. It increases the academic language skills. With integrated instruction, important academic language is repeated naturally in the different content and literacy activities throughout the day and throughout the unit of study, giving the English language learner the opportunity to learn through the language. Integrated or thematic instruction is to design a unit that combines literacy and content area while following the curricula required of the grade level. And by the end of the year, Celic says that all of her English language learner students should have been exposed to all the learning objectives for their grade level in each subject area. This is an example of work study that is done as a mini lesson every day, and it can be connected to the vocabulary words of the content area. And then these words can be repeated as spelling words. Using these steps, teachers can develop unit plans. First, Celic said she looked at the scope and sequence required to be taught for each subject throughout the year. Step 2, she checked to see if scheduling for the science or the social studies could be rearranged so they could be paired with reading and writing skills. And then she created a month-by-month year plan. Step 4 was to organize your curriculum in a way that allows for the most compatibility between the subject areas and plan specific ways a teacher would integrate the content area studies with balanced literacy components during a particular unit. This is an example of teachers having brainstormed theme ideas and ways to make literacy connections with the content area. You can see they started out simply with scratch paper, and then in the top right-hand corner are the student journals used during this unit. Teachers wrote a formal unit plan according to the grade level standards, going cross-curriculum with science, social studies, math, integrating reading, writing, speaking, and listening activities. These teachers cited the strategies that targeted their ELL population. Read-alouds are used to activate the English language learner's background knowledge and to make connections to new information. Teachers use different print and reading comprehension strategies for instructions of the unit material. For these poster products, important vocabulary and main idea of the content were taught in whole group, giving students the opportunities to use their background knowledge and to support comprehension of the text. Students worked in teams using graphic organizers to get the main idea for the environment of their choice. They presented their poster to the whole class, making this a reading, writing, speaking, and listening activity. Finding the instructional level for each student and connecting it to the content area can be challenging. Celic suggests that teachers use resources like Reading A to Z. This school is fortunate to have a leveled reading library with trade books that support the content areas. Celic says that it's important for English language learners to have experience writing in a full range of genres. Teachers can help their English language learners see how they can use language and develop during the content area studies in their narrative writings. Teachers can use mini lessons to model the writing that matches whatever genre they are focused on. Integrated instruction improves the English language learners' academic language skills. And in order for the ELLs to learn new vocabulary and language structures, they need to hear it, read it, write it, and speak it multiple times in meaningful context. Students have to read, write, speak, and listen to information using key vocabulary words repeatedly. Integrated instruction increases the English language learners' content area knowledge. When teachers integrate instruction throughout the school day, everything they learn, they are reading and writing, hearing and talking about relates to a familiar content area topic. They're able to use the content and language they've already learned about a topic to understand the new content and related language to that topic. This is an example of non-fiction text features so that the students can go from reading to writing. Since the curriculum makes more sense to them, it's easier for English language learners to focus on what they've learned and they stay engaged. Freeman and Freeman explained that this increased engagement results in English language learners developing greater content area knowledge. Integrated instruction improves the English language learners' reading and writing skills. When the teachers integrate content area studies with literacy activities, students are reading text about a familiar topic with familiar language. Current research shows that when the English language learners have this kind of contextual support, it improves their reading comprehension. When teachers help English language learners make connections between the language of the text and the language they are using in their writing, they become aware that they can use this language to express their own words. Again, I want to repeat the benefits of integrated instruction. Increased content area knowledge, increases their reading and writing skills, increases their academic language skills. Questions I want you to consider is, do you organize your curriculum in a way that allows for integration of literacy and content area studies? And if so, what strategies have you used? Or, thematic units have been popular in the past. Do you think Celic is correct in her thinking that they benefit English language learners? At the end of Chapter 4, Celic asks good teaching questions like, do I use content area and literacy instruction to teach academic vocabulary? Do I plan for the English language learners to practice the academic vocabulary multiple times? Do I look across my units each month to plan integration of the content area and balance literacy? Does this integration provide the learners with ways to hear, speak, read, and write the language? Do I plan for whole language, small group, and individual instruction? Do I incorporate visuals like graphic organizers and books with illustrations? Perhaps these questions will help you in answering the discussion questions. Thank you for listening.